Alright guys, the day has finally come. I think I'm done spending on empires and puzzles. I wanted to make this video a week ago because of this guy. But my mom always told me if I have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. But we've got to talk about this, so let's talk about this. But first, join me over in GEMSTONE Legends. It's a fantastic match 3 RPG game, and it's players that get in early on games like this that are at the biggest advantage. Not only will you help the channel out by using the link in the description of this video, but you're going to get a free epic hero named Moralia along with a bunch of gold, gems, and potions. After you download the game, you'll have access to events which will get you even more amazing heroes and loot. Guys, wow, you don't want to miss this opportunity because you do not get it in the regular App Store. Download it now, and I will see you in GEMSTONE Legends. Alright, so I'm no whale, but it's also no secret that I've spent quite a bit of money on Empires and Puzzles too, and that's because it's generally been a really fun game. Over multiple years, I've just enjoyed the evolution of the game with the new heroes and events that they've done. I think Small Giant Games, for the most part, has done a really good job at continually engineering a game that I can come back to and find fun new things to do. It's also a really fun puzzle to try and fit the heroes I do have together into something that I can try to be successful with. You know, since I'm not a whale, I don't have all the best heroes in the game, I have to make do with what I have. I have a lot of good pieces, so I've been very competitive, so that's been great. So why now? Why am I choosing to not spend any more on Empires and Puzzles? Well, there's three main reasons. And the first one has to do with bad summons. I don't know if it was just a stroke of bad luck or like what's going on with Empires and Puzzles, and maybe that's just it, but you know, from about November of the last year through the end of December and early January, I did a number of summons. I put a lot of money aside and saved up a lot of gems and things for some really big summons, and you can go watch some of those videos. And man, did I get nothing from them over and over and over. And only Costume Krampus was one of the heroes that I wanted to get that I actually summoned. Now, I did get the Mother North costume too, but I already had both Krampus and Mother North, so I got the costumes for them, but I got no new heroes. And that includes all the events from December and everything, you know, like the new season 4 heroes and things like that. The new events that they've had, just nothing came. And so, you know, I felt happy to get Costume Krampus and Mother North, but it didn't really expand my roster much. And some of you probably saw how deflating it was for me to just not really get anything new. But, you know, I was really happy to get the Costume Krampus costume. You'll remember from that video that I said I was going for that. I was hoping to get that, and I did. So I immediately leveled it up. You know, it's been an amazing piece to my war teams and offense. And I specifically put a lot of my resources into going for Costume Krampus because I felt like, first of all, he was a little easier to attain than other heroes. So I had a better chance at getting him since I was getting so unlucky with the other summons. And I also felt like the power level of Costume Krampus was nice and strong, up there with a lot of the recent heroes that they've released, but not like overpowered, not beyond anything else that they've released recently. So there was no way in my mind they were ever going to nerf Costume Krampus. This was such a surprise. So that leads me to my second reason why I'm done spending on Empires and Puzzles, and that is because of nerfs. Now, I have made videos in the past about how detrimental nerfs are, not only to players who, you know, finally get something good and they're proud of and they work on and they build up, but to the community in general. It just creates a really sour taste and gets everybody talking. And then, you know, you see people saying, I quit, I'm not playing anymore, you know, this is it, I'm done. And, you know, I'm kind of making one of those videos right now. And that's, you know, specifically because the one hero I got in the last 6 to 8 months who like I really wanted just got nerfed. And it doesn't make any sense and it feels bad. Now, I'll say this. So Small Giant Games did a pretty good job for about a year and a half of not having to nerf heroes. And I think they were very intentional about that because, you know, I made a video about a year and a half ago when it came to the Teleria nerfs and Vela and stuff like that, that, man, this is just one way to drive away your customer base. And so I think they focused a lot more on creating better offensive heroes rather than defensive heroes is one way to manage that, because the defensive heroes are the ones that are really frustrating. Those are the ones that really get under people's skin, but like nobody notices the really good offensive heroes because you don't see what an opponent is using against your defense. You only know that your defense loses, right? So it doesn't, there's nothing to get under your skin about. But secondly, it's better to just make answers than it is to nerf heroes. So if there's a really, really strong hero, make a widely available hero that can deal with that hero. So people have to actually use a strategy to overcome it. And, you know, here we are again. We have a nice hero. It's good. Personally, in my opinion, not overpowered, not more than other heroes they release, and they come down with the hammer and make everybody feel bad again. So, you know, why, after saving up all of that money, all of my gems, you know, spending it on the different events, specifically going after this one just to have the hammer brought down, like, why would I do all of that again? You know, it doesn't make sense. And the percentages of summoning these heroes is already so low to begin with, that this can really impact your roster. And this one has impacted mine in particular. But I know it's impacted a lot of people because a lot of people around the wintertime went for those Christmas time heroes, and you know, were really proud when they got them. All right, the last reason that I'm done spending on Empires and Puzzles is because of NFT games. So if you don't know what an NFT is, it's a non-fungible token. It's basically built on the blockchain. I'm not going to get too super nerdy here, but there is one game that I've brought to the channel, Gods Unchained, that's an NFT game if you want to see an example of something like that. So the difference between an Empires and Puzzles and a Gods Unchained is that in Empires and Puzzles, we don't actually own the heroes. So when I summoned Krampus, the costume Krampus, I don't actually own it. Small Giant Games still owns it. I just play with it. And that's what allows Small Giant Games to nerf and to do whatever they want with the pieces. And I can't sell them. I can't trade my costume Krampus to you. You can't trade yours with me. We can't sell them. They're not, you know, non-fungible tokens. They're just, you know, pieces of code that are out there in cyberspace somewhere. However, an NFT game like Gods Unchained has pieces in the game that you can actually own. So this is in the new world of crypto and things like that. It's just this whole new universe of ownership over the internet. So like that game is a card collecting game that's digital. And, you know, other digital games like Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering Arena have suffered from the same thing as Empires and Puzzles in that you don't really own the pieces. But now that something like Gods Unchained is built on the blockchain, when you open a pack of cards, you actually own the individual cards. Now, I'm being very simplistic here because if you want to dive into that game, you can. But sometimes when you open the packs, you have NFT cards. So I can actually immediately go put it on the marketplace and sell it if I want to, or trade it to a friend, or you know, I can go invest in cards if I want to. I can buy cards that I think are going to go up in value. I can buy cards I need for a deck. Can I go get a hero in Empires and Puzzles that I need for a team that I want? No. Like, I'd have to go to the summon portal and summon. I can't just go to a marketplace and buy what I want or need, but you can in something like Gods Unchained. You know, I'll also put a link in the description of this video for Gods Unchained if you want to check it out, because the link will get you a few free packs to help you get started. And I put out a ton of videos about like how to actually like mint the NFTs and, you know, use the marketplace and stuff like that. And if you're totally new to crypto, you don't have to put any money into that game. It's totally free, which is another difference between Empires and Puzzles and something like a play to earn game like Gods Unchained. Play to earn means you play the game, you earn free packs, you open them up, you own the pieces, you can sell them. So you're earning cards, you're earning money potentially, like real actual money, real crypto, and you get to keep that. It is totally possible to play that game without spending a dime. So if you're afraid of crypto, don't worry about it. Just go play the game and have fun. A lot of people have made it really far just on free-to-play decks, and I've made a few videos about free-to-play decks. But in Empires and Puzzles, none of that is possible. Like, you can play the game and get your like little 3-star heroes out of the map if you get lucky. And you know, the free summons, they come so few and far between, and usually they just end up being season 1 heroes. Empires and Puzzles is not a free to play game, at least at this point. There was a time where it was, but the best that you could do now is cheap to play, which is what I've been doing, you know, for the most of the last year or so. And it looks like I've been talking too long, so I've been disconnected here, but look, this is what I'm talking about though. You know, you're just immediately met with spending more money, right? Like, Empires and Puzzles is just purely spend to win. Spend to win. Another reason why I'm done spending money on it. I have enough pieces to play, so I'm going to continue to play and enjoy what I'm doing and have fun putting the puzzle together, but I just really don't need to throw more money at a game like this where I'm never going to get any value back out of it, unlike something like Gods Unchained, where when I'm done playing Gods Unchained, I can immediately go sell my cards and get my value totally back out of it. So let me end with this though, because I know it's been kind of a fuddy video. You know, I do want to say, like, I'm not leaving Empires and Puzzles. Like, I'm still going to do my war streams and things like that. So you can join me on Sunday mornings as I take on our opposing teams. And I also don't want to like frighten my alliance and make them think that I'm leaving, because I'm not. But now we're just going to go on a fun new adventure of being free to play. Because I am going to be putting my value into something like Gods Unchained or Gemstone Legends, which is a game that is growing in its player base, first of all. But now that they've been starting to make some money, they've been investing in better graphics. The new faction they just released is absolutely amazing. So just so you know, that's where I'm putting my money, but that doesn't mean that I'm done playing here. I'm going to continue to play Empires and Puzzles and just have fun. So let me know in the comments what you're doing, what you're deciding to do with your money. If you feel like commenting on something like that, what you do is totally up to you. Don't feel pressured to have to comment on it. I'm just curious what other players are deciding to do. And if you like videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you know when I drop new videos or go live, and I will catch you in the next one.